Children, hope you all are fine. In the last session, we started the story Matchbox. We discussed its theme, its characters, its plots, etc. See, what is that theme of the story? Yes, the story depicts the unhealthy man-woman relationship existing in Indian families. Writer gave us an example of a couple, namely Ajit and Nomita. The plot is Nomita got a crumbled and twisted letter from Ajit's pocket. After she got it, she feels depressed, thinking that her husband Ajit even didn't mention about it. Now she describes the attitude of her husband Ajit. From this we understood their relationship is not going smoothly. See, Namita also expressed a doubt, that is, her husband Ajit did it deliberately or intentionally. It is not a casual incident. According to Namita, her husband always takes letters addressed to her and reads first, then only he gives to her. Sometimes he even forgets to hand over the letter to Namita. So this is the situation. Now we have to read other paragraphs. All of you take your textbook. Now page number 18, paragraph from even though to this day. You have to read this paragraph from this paragraph to page number 19, paragraph why won't she let Namita keep her self-respect? That paragraph you complete. So up to from me. See, while reading these paragraphs, you will get a picture about how Namita is living in this family. See, she is not enjoying a minimum freedom of reading her own letter. So she wants to protest and she wants to get her freedom. She wants to live a life of respect. She wants to have dignity. All these things we can understand by reading these paragraphs. See, first part, she confirms that even today there was nothing wrong. That means Ajit, her husband, couldn't prove any doubtful things or any suspicious things in their life. Thereby she shows that she was living very honestly. She was leading a life of truth. No incidents or no instances were there having slight doubt. Thereby she gives self-assurance. Namida gives a self-assurance of her truth and honesty. Then we get what is that letter actually. See, she realizes the situation and she wants to read the letter. There she got that this letter was sent by her own mother. See, her mother is a widow. The word indigent widow. So we get a picture about Namida's mother from these paragraphs. She is living alone. When she sent her daughter Namida, there was no one to care her. Actually, she was from a poor family. Namida was married to Ajit's family on account of her looks. But she was not able to understand the condition of her mother. When we realize the situation, it is clear from the paragraphs. We know that Namida always getting a rich background. Her mother, being poor and living alone, was not going to adjust the poor situation. See, mother was anxious. Mother had concerns about her house even. But she is very strong in mind. Why? She thinks that she could send her daughter to a rich family, and her son-in-law Ajit is very generous. So Namida's mother wants to get advantage of it. That is why she writes letters asking help from her son-in-law. So this letter was one of such letters, and in this letter she showed many of her complaints. So when Ajit got this letter, he thought that Namida's mother always writes letters asking money, so better to send money. So Ajit in this sense only got this point. What is that? he only wants to send money. So he will go to post office and send money to his mother-in-law. There is nothing. That way, Ajit thought. That is why Ajit didn't take this letter seriously. But this was an insulting behavior to Namida. Namida thought her mother writing letter asking money. It is not good. So she wanted her mother to stop writing letters asking this need. But her mother, being old and poor, was not ready to stop. She continued to send letters. So this is what actually you can read from these paragraphs. So you have to read and understand. You have to answer these questions from this. First question: what is called an ugly habit? So while reading these paragraphs, try to find out answer for this question. What is called an ugly habit? Why? Second question: how does Namida want to correct Ajit, her husband? How does Namida want to correct her husband? Okay. Third question: how does Ajit react when Namida mentions about his ugly habit? While reading, you can get this point from our paragraphs. So how does Ajit react? So Namida imagines her husband will have these types of reactions. So you have to answer this question: how does Ajit react when Namida mentions about his ugly habit? Next question: what are the expectations of Namida's mother? That means, what way Namida or Ajit should help Namida's mother? What are the expectations of Namida's mother? That we get from the paragraph. We have to try to find out answer. Another question: comment on Ajit's attitude towards his mother-in-law. Comment on Ajit's attitude towards his mother-in-law. So these questions you have to answer in your English notebook.